Hey guys, Amy Lee Miller here. Do you feel unfulfilled in your current job? Like you're not making your greatest impact? Maybe you are successful, but you have other talents and ideas, and maybe a lot of them. When you do get some extra free time, how do you figure out which one to focus on? Jordan Peterson says you can have whatever it is you want, but you have to know what it is. And he loves to quote Carl Jung, a Swiss psychologist, who says my favorite quote, which is, "That which you need most will be found where you least want to look." What that means is, and this can be applied to any area in life, but we're talking about your career, when you are trying to discern your next direction, how you're going to level up in your career, you have to learn to listen to yourself, which can actually be surprisingly difficult with all the stress and pressures of day-to-day life. But what happens when you do learn to listen to yourself is you hear yourself, and then your next direction becomes ultra clear. I have used this method of going within to really listen to myself so many times, and it allows me to continue leveling up and create more success for myself in my career. I'll share one example, and this was a very significant time that I utilized this method that actually got me started on my career track. So I waited tables all through college and then for 4 years after college. And while I loved it at first, I was growing increasingly frustrated towards the end of my serving career because I knew that I had more to offer, but I just didn't know what job I wanted. I didn't have a clear direction and focus. I was all over the place. I also struggled with anxiety and depression during this time, so you can imagine that extra mind clutter really made it hard for me to find my way. I was going on interviews, but nothing was working. And then one night before bed, I got into bed and I was so frustrated. I actually gave up for a moment on trying to find a solution. And instead, I just stated the problem. I said, I want a new job, but I don't know what it is. And then I said, if I could do anything, what would I do? And then I said, I would write. In 1 second, I had my answer. I would write. So I went to bed with just that thought in my mind. And when I woke up, I got an idea. Because I was present, I had cleared the mental clutter and allowed myself to be present, which is the only place where you can create. So that when you're present, that's when you're going to get your ideas. So I got very illogical idea the next morning, which was since I wanted to write, I got online to a local magazine's website. The reason it was illogical was because I didn't have enough experience back then to get a job as a staff writer. So what was I looking for? But I just kept looking and I came across a posting for an ad account executive selling advertising for the magazine. So I read the requirements or qualifications, of which I met none of, but I applied, I interviewed, and I got the job. I had leveled up my career, left my serving career, transitioned to a sales career 3 weeks after I got overly frustrated and went within and found my answer. So I had been searching for 4 years, going on interviews, nothing was working while I kept waiting tables. 3 weeks later, I had leveled up my career. And, we can't know what our career path is going to look like, what successes and new directions are going to show up. There's no way for us to know. And yes, I wanted to be a writer, and I instead got my sales career started. But that sales career later led to my recruiting career, which later led to me going into business for myself, which later finally led to me publishing my first book. It's right here. It's called Ready, Set, Recruit, The Hiring Manager's Guide to Recruiting with Confidence. And this led to, I just published this book this year, which led to publishing my second book the same year. I just ordered my author copies because I just published it, so I don't have it here. But this book is called Where's My Mustard? How to Let Go, Attract, and Achieve, A Quest to Self-Empowerment. And the goal with this book is to help others overcome and achieve faster, to help others level up in their life and career faster. So that's how you can level up your career, by listening to yourself.